if you think about it, like there's not a lot of supercars that you could buy for that money that give you that amount of like power, looks, joy. The NC1 is really one of those special cars that I think is overlooked, but the moment you drive it and the moment you're standing next to it, you fall in love with it. When I first saw the NC1, it is an absolute striking car. Like it is truly like a beautiful car, like absolutely. And in person, like pictures don't do justice. So when I saw one, I wanted one. Now I already had a 1991 NSX, which is like the first year. And I knew that when the second year one came out, like it had mixed reviews. In my opinion, I feel like they weren't justified. So the NC1 NSX is like one of the all-time favorite cars that I have. It's a very unique supercar. It's a hybrid supercar. It's got 3 electric motors and a V6 twin turbo engine. And a lot of people don't know this unless you're a motorsport fan, but Honda is actually a powerhouse in the motorsport industry. I mean, F1, they've made a lot of engines for Red Bull, which Team Max Verstappen. You know, Honda is a very special company, and I think the NSX is one of those beautiful cars that if you're a car enthusiast, you know about it. And that's why I've always wanted that car. And I had the NA1, and the NC1 is just a great complement to the NA1. And it stands on its own 2 feet as a great supercar and a great collector car in the future with only like 2,000 of them or so built. So the NC1 is really cool. And not only that, like it sounds amazing. It's amazing. A lot of people call it the underrated best supercar you could get. If you think about it, like there's not a lot of supercars that you could buy for that money that give you that amount of like power, looks, joy. The NC1 is really one of those special cars that I think is overlooked, but the moment you drive it and the moment you're standing next to it, you fall in love with it. I bought my 2017 NC1 from Pat with Pat's Garage. He's a YouTuber as well. I read his ad and he's like me. He's kind of very OCD about his cars. You know, he took really good care of it. I was like, a YouTuber is gonna buy another YouTuber's car. So I bought it and it didn't let me down. It's like a mint condition example of the NC1. And I love it because it's got HRE wheels, it's got science to speed downpipes. The downpipe is a big deal with the NC1s. It really transforms the car. And it just looks completely just amazing. It's got all the carbon fiber features. It's pretty much spec'd out. I always say whoever bought that car originally, they checked every box. And I think that's cool because like as a person who's buying it used, you get to kind of enjoy all that high MSRP sticker price that somebody paid for. But yeah, it's been really cool and I love it. And it's a very unique car. The thing about the NC1 though, I call it a connoisseur car because people ask me what it is. A lot of people say, oh, cool Corvette. And people usually don't know anything about the NSX. Like you either have somebody who walks up and they know exactly about the NSX and they're a huge fan, and then other people don't. And it opens up an opportunity to, I wouldn't say educate, but to share the passion with them. So you essentially are slowly building like a new NSX enthusiast by just explaining the whole history with the NA1, the first generation, all the way to the NC1. And it's pretty cool because like you almost help build a new NSX fan. So the NC1 actually has been one of the funnest cars to do YouTube videos with. It's because Elise, my wife, and I, we really dive into the electrical hybrid technology. And what we do is we actually explain it very, very detailed. Like Elise dives right into every type of component, how the EV system works. We put up diagrams, we put up charts. We like break it down to a level if we were sitting down in a Honda boardroom, we were trying to explain it, you know, even all the way to the CEO, to an engineer. So we make videos letting people know how the car works, how all these electronics, how all these batteries work. We break it down to component level. On top of that, we talk about the history. That's why we did a video like on a Cosworth connection. We talk about how the batteries were actually developed in Japan. And we talk about all kinds of cool stuff to a point that when you own the car, you actually learn about the car to a level that you couldn't research on the internet or you couldn't really ask someone unless it was the engineer. We even contact Honda sometimes to get information. They love it. People love it. They're super excited. They really enjoy the content. But it's very niche. Like I feel unless you're a fan, you're not, you know, we make content usually for the actual owners or for the people who are interested in buying a car. We have this Monument Drive, which is absolutely incredible. you have like the canyons to the left of you, and then you have like a 500, 800 feet drop to the right of you. So I love it up there. Like in the weekdays, it is like a dream come true. Imagine having your dream car and just this glorious windy road and just this beautiful scenery where like you have these views and drop-offs. The roads there are just mind-blowing. And like the reason why my channel is called Driver's Therapy is because when you have that moment with a car, when you're alone or even with the passenger, because my wife is usually with me, and you have the windows down and it's just you and the car and the sounds, like that's what it's all about. It really, really is. Like just the drive. And I do that, and it really makes me like happy. Like that's my therapy. The thing about YouTube for me is like I feel like I have to keep progressing, but I'm trying not to do that. So to answer your question, I want to keep the car. The only thing that I worry about is that like my cell phone battery is dying. You know what I mean? It's like my phone's like 3 years old, and like it doesn't make it till like the end of the day now. So with the NSX, I know at one point in time the batteries are gonna have to be addressed, you know, maybe 10 years from now. I think there might be a solution for that, and it might not be as expensive as I believe, but I think as we grow further into hybrid supercars, that's something that especially used ones, is something that everyone's gonna have to consider. And I think that I'm gonna own the car as long as I love it, but it's the only thing with that car that I keep in mind is that maybe one day I will have to address those batteries. And it might not be until a decade, but I know it's coming, if that makes sense.
If you get a ticket, the first thing you should do is text a picture of it to 305-305. That will get the ticket clinic on your case immediately. You'll be facing costly fines, risks of suspension, possible jail time, points on your license, higher insurance premiums, and a lot of bad things that they can help you to avoid. You can also find them at the link in the description below, but the Ticket Clinic is a nationwide law firm with brick and mortar offices in Georgia, Florida, and California, but they've got attorneys everywhere, and that's what's most important, because a local attorney will know exactly how the local laws work, know the people who are in charge, and get you the best outcome possible. So text a picture of your ticket to 305-305 or click the link in the description below to fight your ticket with the Ticket Clinic.